Hey guys, we're back today with a new video. I wanted to do a kind of like natural look, just something quick and easy that you can do in the summer. We have some new products. We have Makeup by Mario, his new Master Matte Longwear Cream Eyeshadow. We have it in Bisque, and then we have it in Blush. Cute packaging. They just have a doe foot wand. And then we have the new Summer Fridays blush. Let's see, just to do kind of a sun-kissed blush. This is in the color Pink Sunset. The component's really pretty. It says Summer Fridays, if you can see that. All right, and then the last new item, well, nope, we have two other new items. We have the Natasha Deanna in the shade Foxy. This is her hy-Sculpt liquid bronzer, which is in a pump. I thought it was gonna be a doe foot. It's also in a pump. Really pretty, nice, heavyweight packaging. We are a sucker for packaging here. And then we're gonna try the Huda Beauty new baby pink lip contour stain. My lips come off so easily, so I think this would be so great to have underneath, but I've heard that like this one doesn't come out that well. So I also picked up the CoverGirl Outlast lip stain in the color 20 Admire, because it kind of looked like the same color just from the packaging. This was a little bit darker, so we maybe go in with this all over first to see how that looks, the Huda, and then maybe if we need to line our lips with that. And then for foundation, since it's a light makeup look, we're gonna go back in with this Makeup Forever and give it a second try. I've only used it twice. This is a skin tint in 03. I have not tanned in like 2 weeks, so I don't know if this might be a little dark, but we'll make it work. And so that is our products we're going to use today. Okay, so first I'm going to prime the skin with the Refy Clear Face Primer Glow and Sculpt. You just squeeze a little bit out. Kind of the T-zone area, and then we're going to shake up that Super Boost. And I don't even remember how I felt about this. I feel like I didn't like the coverage. I don't like the delivery system, I think. Well, it's not that bad. I think before I was trying to pump it, but you can just squeeze it out. Yeah, this is just a really light coverage. I think I had said in my other video that I was going to keep this in my drawer in my bathroom for when I'm just doing 5-minute makeup to walk out the door, and I never actually put it in that drawer. So after this video, I'm going to make it a point to put it in that drawer, because it's not something I would sit down and use as like a foundation. So it covered up the freckles a little bit. I'm just gonna try to build it up a little bit more. Just in the areas I like a bit more coverage. Gonna get my hairline because it's so white. Okay, it's pretty on the skin. It's nice and kind of dewy. Well, pretty dewy. I like that. I don't like anything that's gonna be too like matte or flat. I do like a dewier finish. So yeah, that's pretty for just like a day out running errands. All right, then I'm gonna throw on some concealer. This is just the Fenty Beauty. I like this one. It's light though. This is We're Even. So I'm just gonna do a little bit. To the next thing. I'm gonna use the BK Beauty 109 brush, just kind of blend it out. I go over my eyelids because they're so purpley pink. That. All right, then next we're gonna go in with the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Easy Bake Powder and just put that under the eyes real quick before we get in settled any fine lines. I'm just gonna put the powder puff on the back of my hand. Oh, on my eyelid. Now, let's see, we'll go in with the new Natasha Deanna in the color Foxy as our contour bronzer. Okay, it's a little bit dark. I think this was the second color option. Might be a little bit dark for us, but we will make it work. Gonna grab that one I used the concealer. I'm just gonna wipe it off with my towel, and we're just gonna go in on the back of my hand, kind of spread it out. Okay, this is redder, more red than I am used to. Can you see that? Which is good for like a flush of color, you know? Like if you, this is what we're trying to do, is achieve a sun-kissed look. So this will make us look like we were in the sun. If the body was tan, which I wish it was right now, I wish I would have tan this morning. I think this would be a little bit better. Would blend a little bit better. Or, you know, blend in a little bit better. Wouldn't look so harsh. I'm going to pull this back a little bit just to get my whole forehead. Then I'm going to go in with my foundation brush and just kind of blend it out so there's no harsh lines. Pull my scarf down so you don't have to see my cancer hair growing back in. And then I'm just taking my foundation brush and just going back over. Just to kind of diffuse it. So if I were to do this again, I would probably get the light one, or make sure that my body was tanned before I use this. I wouldn't use it like on a day like today where I have like no color in my, like in my chest and neck. But it's pretty. Let's see. It blended out pretty. It leaves a really pretty finish on the skin. It's really nice. I really do like that. I could see that becoming a like staple in my summer collection. And I think I'll even go in with and buy the lighter shade just so I have that. So I can use it on days like today when I don't tan. Okay, so next, let's see. Let's go in with brows. I've been really liking this newer to me, I don't know how new it is, Refi brow pencil. I did get my wonderful massage therapist tinted my brows and gave me a lash lift and tinted my lashes, so that on days where like I don't do my makeup or whatever, I look a little bit more alive. I don't look quite so much like a cancer patient, you know, like sickly. So I'm really glad she did that. So this is the color Light. Technically, because I don't have any hair, I could go in with any color that I wanted, but I'm going to be looking into the mirror because I have to look to see how to do this. I like this because you can just create small little strokes. Hair-like strokes in the brow. We kept him pretty big this time. I just told her I wanted to have a bigger brow. We're gonna go in with number 2 from Gimme Brow. I always wipe off my applicator and then just kind of gonna brush up. P.S. Did anybody shop the Nordstrom sale? I think it starts today for everybody. I got to shop, I think 2 days ago was when I shopped. A lot of stuff, like 3 things I wanted. The Free People sweater was out of stock. I have an email for if it comes back, email alert set up. And something else I wanted was out. Oh, the YSL sunglasses were out. But the Nordstrom sale is kind of my big shop for the year. Like for this winter, I get all my stuff then. And since I'm home now, they have like a ton of like Zella sweatsuits and Spanx sweatsuits, and that's what I'll pretty much be living in this whole entire winter. So why not get them at a discount? So I did that. So I'm excited about that. I'm gonna set this bronzer with this Christian Dior packaging. I just adore it. This one is in nude bronze. I'm just going to take a very light setting with that. I should have done my blush first, huh? Okay, let's go and let's try this Summer Fridays blush. I want something that gives us like a flush to the cheek. Okay, so I'm going in and then I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. Yeah, just like this, like a sun-kissed, like my sun, like I've been kissed by the sun. Put it on my nose too. That's a pretty color. It's kind of a peachy pink. Kind of like it looks, I feel like I kind of like have a sunburn. Been seeing people put it more towards their eye. Nikki LaRose has been doing that. I'm going to kind of put it up into there too. Yeah, I like the look of that. This is nice. So it's a nice, very sheer feeling formula, but when you put your brush in there, a lot does come out. So I would suggest putting it on the back of your hand, not just going straight in. But it shears out really nice on the back of the hand. And then goes onto the face, it's just gliding on. Okay, Summer Fridays, I see you. You're moving past just our favorite lip balm into this new space of blush. So I think that's pretty. And then next we're gonna go in with the Makeup by Mario. And this is just gonna be a quick and easy like look all over with something in the crease. I'm gonna just zoom y'all in a little bit more. So I always wipe my products just because it's a habit. I don't like too much. This is the lightest color they have, Bisque. Sorry, I have to look into my mirror. gonna blend it out with a brush and bring it right up under the brow. It's pretty once it blends out. I thought it was gonna be a little bit too dark. I was a little bit worried about that to go on my whole lid. But it is pretty. I don't know if you can see the difference. I'm going to build it up just a little bit on the lid because I'm going to go in with that other color in the crease. Okay, now we're going to go in with the blush color on, this is the oldest brush, a Sigma E25. Is that what I want to use? Or this Morphe by Jaclyn Hill. I'm going to go in with this Morphe by Jaclyn Hill. Let's see what this is. JH32. But whatever. The 232. You could really use any kind of like rounded brush for this. Just to kind of put it in the crease. You're just going to fluff it in the crease, so it's not a big deal. Okay, that came out more pigmented than I thought, but it's pretty. Just for a natural day, I'm going to put this in my everyday makeup in the bathroom. I'm going to have to lean in a little bit, y'all, to see a little bit better. These 45-year-old eyes, even with contacts, we're having a hard time seeing. I'm just gonna run it under my eye. That's pretty. And then we'll just take, I need a fluffy brush. A fluffy brush just to like blend it all out. Okay, that's pretty. Just a nice everyday eye contoured look. Okay, so I've done the other eye real quick. Now we're gonna put on our favorite mascara, which is the Lash Clash in black. It's my first time putting mascara on top of these eyelash extensions. I've never, not extensions, but lash lift. I don't even know if you're supposed to do this, but we shall try it. Oh, they look so pretty with mascara on them. A little on the bottom lash. A little more on the top. And I didn't bring a highlighter, but you know what? Let's try this One Size Base Thinner by Patrick Starr. Let's put a little dot of that on. Let's see what this does. If it even works as a little bit of a, yeah, it gives us a little bit of something. If you're in a pinch and you have that and you forgot your actual. Okay, now let's do the test of the lips. We are going to also be filming this for TikTok, so I'm gonna kind of have y'all here too as well. So just kind of forgive me if I'm kind of looking that way as well. Okay. So we have two of the new lip contours. I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty first. I've heard that these need to be stored face down. And so we'll go in with that. So that's pretty. It's just the same color as my lips basically. Let's just add a little bit of this Outlast by CoverGirl on the edges just to kind of see the difference. So this is a much bigger wand. I'll show you the other one in a second. Like applicator tip. That's pretty. It makes a pretty combination with the darker on the outside and then the inside. So I would do this if I was doing just the pink, just to leave some a little bit behind. If I was going a little darker, I'd put this. But those are pretty. Let me show you the applicator on the Huda. Just a little bit skinnier and pointier. Let's see if we can build it up. That's really pretty, y'all. I really like that. I'm gonna start doing these underneath my lipsticks now because, like I said, my lipstick's always the first thing to go no matter what I do, no matter what lip pencil I put down. I don't know if it's because I'm like drinking out of a Yeti all day or because I talk too much. I don't know. But let me zoom y'all out a little bit so y'all can kind of see a little better. Sorry. Yeah, so that's the finished look. That's the blush, a little bit of highlight, the Master Mattes on the eyes, and the Huda Beauty lip with a little bit of CoverGirl on top. So thanks so much for coming to my channel. Really hope you will subscribe and press the like button and the thumbs up and share the video. It really helps me a lot. This is my new kind of hobby on my cancer journey, and my hope is to one day do a video with no scarf on my head and just my hair. So I'm not brave enough yet, but we're working to that. So if you're interested in ever seeing that, subscribe to my channel and you'll get to see what it looks like to grow back your hair from chemo. But all right guys, thanks so much. I'll see y'all later. Bye.